Facts you didn't know about Michael Jackson's Thriller video. The real stories behind the King of Pop's spooky mini-movie. Michael Jackson's video for Thriller was released over 35 years ago on December 2nd, 1983. Director John Landis extended the track, the seventh and final single released from the Thriller album, into a nearly 14-minute-long musical horror film, letting Michael indulge in his monster movie fantasies. It got saturation play on MTV and has been seen more than 600 million times on YouTube. Here's things you might not have realized the first time or the 200th time you watched it. Here's the detail. But first, if you're interested in understanding the man, the music, and the magic behind Michael Jackson, we are your dedicated channel. So hit subscribe and that bell notification to keep up to speed with everything Michael Jackson, with 2 new videos every week. Also, support our channel by checking out the detail store for our original MJ-inspired styles. 1. Thriller was originally titled Starlight. Rod Temperton, a British native formerly of the funk band Heatwave, also wrote Baby Be Mine and The Lady in My Life for Thriller. Before songwriter Temperton came up with the final name Thriller, Michael Jackson's working title for the album and the song was actually Starlight. 2. Michael Jackson's faith seeped in. At the time he was making Thriller, Jackson was a devout Jehovah's Witness who would carry books about his and other religions around with him on set. After production wrapped on Thriller, as explained by Jackson's longtime lawyer John Branca, Jackson started to panic because members of his church had told him the song promoted demonology. Afraid the church was going to excommunicate him, Jackson begged Landis to have the film destroyed. Instead, Branca convinced him to include a disclaimer at the beginning of the film to distance it from his own personal beliefs. 3. Thriller is a coming-of-age story. In adolescence, youngsters begin to grow hair in unexpected places, and parts of their anatomy swell and grow, director John Landis explained, regarding the role of the werewolf metaphor in cinematic history. Everyone experiences these physical transformations in their bodies and new, unfamiliar sexual thoughts in their minds. No wonder we readily accept the concept of a literal metamorphosis. In other words, undergoing a lycanthropic transformation was a safe way for Michael Jackson to experiment with puberty. 4. Thriller had a playmate. Jackson's Thriller co-star Ola Ray, who appeared on Cheers and in Beverly Hills Cop 2, was also featured in Playboy magazine as a playmate. She has since stated in interviews that she tried not to let Jackson know about her Playboy history because she wanted the part so badly and thought it would have been a deal breaker for the megastar. 5. Fred Astaire could have been a Thriller extra. Hollywood legend Fred Astaire was a fan of Jackson's dancing. Jackson even personally taught him to moonwalk and attended a Thriller rehearsal. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, who edited Jackson's moonwalk autobiography, logged some serious hours. When they were filming at 3 a.m. in a bad neighborhood in East Los Angeles, she was hanging out in Jackson's Winnebago. 6. The Thriller choreographer was a Beat It gang member. Choreographer Jackson Peters also did the epic dance sequences in Pat Benatar's Love is a Battlefield and in Jackson's Beat It video, where he played one of the gang leaders, the one dressed in white with sunglasses and a mustache. 7. Thriller sold millions in VHS sales. The making of Michael Jackson's Thriller home video and DVD totaled 9.5 million in sales to date. 8. Michael Jackson does not transform into a werewolf. Jackson undergoes 2 memorable transformations in the film. First, as a were-creature, and later, a zombie. In the first scene, he transforms into what most people typically assume is a werewolf. This makes sense, given that he's shown reacting to the full moon before he changes. In fact, Jackson's transformation isn't into a werewolf, but into a werecat. The look was created by Rick Baker. We made him into more of a werecat because I just didn't want to do another werewolf, Baker told Vulture in 2010. At first I was thinking it would be almost like a Black Panther thing, but I ended up putting a longer mane of hair on it and bigger ears. 9. Michael Jackson's snake was on set. According to multiple accounts, Jackson would bring his pet snake, Muscles, to the set while filming Thriller. In a 2016 interview, Quincy Jones, who produced the album, said that Jackson's menagerie, which also included chimpanzees, was ubiquitous in the studio. "One day I said, 'Where's Muscles?' And we went downstairs, and Muscles was in the parrot cage. He had just eaten the parrot, and his head got stuck in the bars of the cage." 10. Michael Jackson's tiny frame. At the time of filming, the 25-year-old singer weighed just 99 pounds and had a 26-inch waist, according to Landis's wife Deborah, who designed the red jacket. In June 2011, the Texan gold trader Milton Verrett paid $1.8 million for Jackson's iconic red jacket from the video at auction. Tune into one of our latest videos right here and also check out our online store for your latest pop icon-inspired styles. Thanks for watching The Detail. We'll see you next time.